Good morning, good morning. I can see that we forgot to tie up the tomato plants last week. It's always funny how you remember something after you see that you didn't do it, and you're like, oh fuck, I remember I was supposed to do that. So, exclamation point to do. Put that one on the list. Slug on there right now. Yeah. There's another slug on my pepper plants. This big gooey buddy. I don't think that's those leopard slugs, right? Leopard slugs are they're big, first of all, and very spotted. We have these like orange ones here. These guys get, maybe inch and a half. Not quite as huge as some folks have them. See ya. I'm gonna get the string. I'm gonna get the twine out and put it there so I don't freaking forget. So when I look at the twine, I go, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Derp. Just a minute. I'm super pollinated, I think. Yeah, that's my problem. I'll be like, oh, I gotta do this. I notice things as I'm doing other things. But then I notice something else, and then the first thing's gone. Gone with the wind. Gone like a fart on the breeze. I'm gonna start making the bigger tank. I got a 2-gallon thing. Got a bigger one too. I'll have to start making up the bigger one, I think. Where'd my kilobytes go? I think we'll move you guys down to the other side, the other end. Gotta wrap up this hose too. Dang it. Let me do that. Move you guys, I mean. Not wrap up the hose, we'll do that after. After. Oh. Now we really blew it, huh? Whoop. All right. Endless garden rows. Yeah. Okay, what did I do? I gotta get these tomatoes. I get these ones? Yeah, I did. Okay. Then I'm gonna wrap up this hose. Then we're gonna, oh no, we're gonna tie to, we'll let these dry off, but we're gonna tie these tomatoes too. Let me not forget that. Get that list started, Noof? We got some peas. Definitely check over the peas. Got to check them every day. Peas will. Once, the thing is, if you let the peas go to seed, that's fine, but the plants probably slow down producing once they start seed, like drying, you know, when the seed pods start turning yellow and they dry up. Oh, that's why I got ants all over me. Ant nest on it. Oh, ant nests everywhere. Need a list for my list. I need a list indicating where I left the last list. There we go. Now we got some bit rate. Yeah, so kind of a puttering day today. Like we said before, we got a bit of heat coming this week, so kind of prepping, try to do everything we can, make sure that the garden is, everything's in place. Almost like a storm, but a little less painful, or a little more painful actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'll be able to catch up on some of those things while we hide from the heat. I'm just hoping it doesn't crush everything. I think it'll be fine, but it'll probably, well, it could. The problem is the sun is going to make everything go and wilt up. So it won't really be growing very much. So you do kind of lose a little bit of time, a little bit of your head start, or whatever you like to call it. Tomatoes will stop flowering for a little bit. The peppers will probably love it. Watermelon will probably love it. The peas probably won't care. But, yeah. Anyways. Here comes that sun. tomatoes are huge. Really mushy. Gee, viewers. I'll pass. Hard pass, actually. Not gonna lie. Yeah, wedding cake. That's always a nice one. Very nice. Very nice. So we'll just empty out this can here. Finish spraying, feeding everything. Those tomatoes are really big down there. They're gonna be some killer plants. I'm wondering, so I got two options. It's either, and this seems likely, just because the top half are getting more water than the bottom half, you know what I mean? Because the water stacks up against the top edge, but not the bottom edge. I mean, you could do single row and then do, yeah, but then, I don't know. Single row takes up a lot of space, and you have some huge tomatoes. I don't know. We'll see. Well, that worked out good for him, huh? Now how to get him to the next one. That ought to do him for a bit. Here you go, tree. Have some. Here, tree. Here you go, tree. Here you go, tree. Good. All right. Yeah, the Stoker hoses. I had them for a while. Yeah, they kind of after a while they kind of get brittle and break apart and shit. So yeah, I use those. They're a little unpredictable too. Like well, okay, not the ones with the holes in it so much as the like a not like a webbed rubber, but like it's like rubber. Yeah, they do after a while. Also, the ants like to build nests in them. Like everything likes to get in them. Like so I tried to having them in storage, and then yeah, all these bugs would make nests. They'd clog up and shit. But they were a little bit unpredictable. Like I'd always find like some areas that had big puddles and some areas that were like kind of dry. So yes, yeah, that's the one. Spongy one, yeah. And it kind of would like not squirt out, it would just kind of like form droplets and drip out. Plus, if you got a wider bed, it doesn't quite, it's just, we just get it with the hose. It's more work, but yeah. I'm sure, like, if you had a smaller garden and you could run, and like, let's say you had a few rows, you could run the soaker hose right over the plants. But like in this case, I would like run the hose down the middle. It would probably work fine for the tomatoes. I mean, it would probably work all right. I don't know. Everything's got not issues, but everything's got its pluses and minuses. Really, something that might not work for me would really work out well for someone else. I mean, if you ain't got no time to do what I do, of course you're gonna want to try soaker hoses or something. They even sell like sprinkler kits, like at even Home Depot, just these little rinky-dink kits that you can put together, and they work fine. They get the water to where you need the water to be.